Hi, I'm Lisa, a practicing liminal witch and tarot reader with over 28 years experience in helping people find guidance through the cards. On this channel I talk about all sorts of witchy, spooky and mystical things that interest me and I hope will interest you too. Welcome to Beyond Authentic. Blue Chalice is a small business making crafty creations for the witchy community. From jewellery to wall hangings, witch bells to altar tiles. Why not have a look at bluechalice.etsy.com.
YouTube tarot reader Lisa Lee has been found using bad language during her twice-weekly live streams. In a shocking turn of events, it has also been discovered that she will not tell you what you want to hear, only what you need to know. The internet is in collective shock that authenticity is alive and well in this corner of the YouTube meta space. Do not watch if you are easily offended.
Yes, indeed. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, depending on where you are in the world. So then I'm going to rattle through some places that I know we have viewers in. So if you are over there in America, if you're in San Francisco, good morning. If you're in the mountain region, good afternoon, but only just. If you're in New York, good afternoon. If you're in Cape Town, hello to all the South Africans. It's evening over there. And of course, if you are there in New Delhi, you are just about before midnight. So good night. Like, hopefully I'm not disrupting your sleep. I know, look at me. Finally, after all these years, I've actually worked out how I can have multiple clock things on a thing and actually be able to interact in real time with where people are. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Amazing. It's so cool. I love it. So yes, good evening, everybody. Good afternoon and good morning, wherever you're coming in from. I know, it's so cool, Holland. And also, look, I can bring up buttons. Didn't happen on the members, unfortunately. But yes, I've had a rejush of everything in the background. You can't really tell, but it has been rejushed. Good evening, Neens. Hello, my darling. How are you? Good evening, Scorpio Angel. Hello, my darling. I hope you are all well. I do have buttons. I've got buttons. Well, I haven't got buttons. I've got a tablet with all of the world times on from people that normally come to the streams. So I do have some spaces. So if you are coming in now, if you're watching this live, do please let me know where you're coming in from, because I can add your clock to the list. So let me know where you're coming in from. If it's a different time zone to me here in the UK, then let me know where you are, because that would be absolutely bloody amazing to have everybody's doodah on the streams. So also, I do have to put the plug in for the members only. We have just done, hang on, do the plug. We've just had a little members only chat. It was really cool, actually. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that chat, actually. It was really cool. And also, look, we've got the Divine Dog Wisdom deck. I have just done a little reading and I might have to add in. Thank you, Holland. Oh, excuse me. Maryland. Where's Maryland, Scorpio Angel? Oh, gosh. Where's Maryland? What time zone are you on? What time zone are you on? What time zone are you? Oh, mate, my necklace has got stuck. There we go. What time zone is Maryland? I'm not very good with the geography. Oh, there we go. There we go. Here we go. Spin that round. Spin that round. Where is Mary? What of the time zone is that? I don't know. I think I've got a wild Rufus coming in. Hello, my darling. Oh, computer, big light on. Here we go. Oh, I'll take it. It's all right. Thank you very much. I've got a coffee.
You're very, very welcome. That's the front garden now. More stuff out there.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. So they've shower seat and everything's been dumped out there. That's all that bang that you heard. Was it earlier today, isn't it?
Late last night. Last night something fell. That's obviously what happened. Oh dear. Oh dear. Rufus, do you want to say hello on the live stream?
Hello.
Hello. That's Rufus saying hello. So yeah.
Strawberries and stuff on there.
Okay.
Sort out.
Are you going to pick the blueberries? Or do that tomorrow?
I've just got to finish watering it, and then
Okay. All right. Love you. Thank you for my coffee. Go on.
However long we've had the thorns blackberry, it's actually starting to flower this year.
Oh, is it?
The one that's a ginormous shoot.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know whether you can hear what he's saying, but we've had a thornless blackberry for, at least 2 years. And it's now flowering. So for the first time, it's flowering. So we're going to have some lovely...
Came in a tiny little bush from, I think, Poundland, I believe.
The raspberry, yeah.
And that's flowered. That's got fruit on it now as well.
I know. Seeing you were going to get rid of them all. All right. Okay. All right, then. I'll go back to my live stream now. Bye. So, so that's really good news. We've got our blueberry plant is full of fruit at the moment, and we've just had our little ice cream maker thing work. So, what? Oh, thank you. Yeah. So we've the blackberries are all like amazing on the bush. So we've left them a little bit. Birds have had a couple, which is fine. But we've left them because we've now got one of those genie ice cream things. And we finally, even though the kitchen is still not, it's just a whole story, right? It's going to take another couple of weeks before the kitchen's even finished. But the ice cream maker that we've had for a good couple of weeks, we finally managed to find space in the kitchen. Now the electrics are back working, we froze the thing and we had it for the first time yesterday. It's amazing. And Rufus has got all sorts of dairy free and low sugar fruit sorbet and like ice creamy type recipes. So we're going to use the blueberries from the garden and we've got loads of strawberries from the garden, and then hopefully this year we'll have some blackberries that are from our own thornless plant that we've been growing, and also some raspberries. That's so cool. I know, look at me, like a whole with my witchy garden growing all the lovely stuff. It's so cool. You've harvested some mugwort. Ooh, I've got a mugwort plant as well. I've got a mugwort plant. Unfortunately, I've also got loads in one of these jars, or the jars that are on the other side, which I don't know if I can show you. Oh, I'm not going to show you. But yeah, I've got loads of mugwort at the moment. But I might harvest some from the garden and put with in the air dehumidifier and dry it down. That'll be good. Let's see who was here. So Maryland is the same time zone as New York. So it is 10:02. 10:02 in the afternoon right now. That's so cool. That is so cool. Oh, that's cool. I've got all sorts. I've got one of those plant apps where it identifies the plants and you can log that it's in your garden. And locally around the neighborhood, I've gone round and sourced all the wild plants, so I know where all of those are. Good evening, Tracy Wallace. Good afternoon. Good evening. That's good evening to you. Yes. Have we tried frozen bananas and berries mashed in the liquidizer or processor? Not yet. We haven't. Not yet. But it is on the list. Put a little bit of soy milk in that, freeze it, and then the blender thing smooths it all. It's so nice. It's so nice. The one I've got, Holland, is called, it's about £1.29 a month, and it's called, I don't remember, my phone is somewhere. It's right in front of me. I think it's called, hang on, I'll tell you all. Now, obviously we're not paid to endorse any of these apps, but I do believe it is available on iPlayer and also on, not iPlayer. It's available for iPhone and Android is what I'm trying to say. And it's called, where is it? It's called, oh, shut up phone, because I've just picked it. It's called Picture This Plant Identifier. And it's, I'll just bring it up. It's amazing. I totally recommend this. Oh my God, it's gone up to $7.99 a month. Do I recommend it for £8? £2 a week? Maybe. Anyway, you again, I need to obviously renew it. But yeah, it's a good one. Yours is called Seek and it's free. I'll have to have a look at that. I will have to have a look at that one. Oh, you've got that app, means it's really good. I might have to put it on. I might have to re-put it in. That's the thing you put Ed into by mistake. That's cool. Right. So I'm loving the chat, everybody. I am in a really positive mood at the moment, despite all the weird vibes the universe is sending out. I swear we're probably in like there's going to be some solar storms and things like that. Also, by the way, can I just add, I've just bought an amazing, it's not turned up yet, but an amazing mouse mat. I've got a hair. Hang on. It's why I'm fidgeting so much, not just the ADHD. I've got a hair somewhere. Oh, it's on the glasses itself. That's why I couldn't find it. Oh, it kept tickling me. That's why I'm always like, oh, where's that hair? I was going to say, yes, I bought a brand new mouse mat. It looks the same as all the spacey stuff I've got on the video, which is so cool. I'm loving that. Right. So shall we, I tell you what, shall I do the proper, where however many minutes in, 13 minutes in, shall we do the proper intro? I tell you what, we'll do the proper intro. So then, everybody, this is what we're all about here on this channel. Yeah, let's get officially started with the actual stuff we're here to do, the tarot readings, not just all the gossipy, chatty. Hi, I'm Lisa, a practicing liminal witch and tarot reader with over 28 years experience in helping people find guidance through the cards. On this channel, I talk about all sorts of witchy, spooky and mystical things that interest me and I hope will interest you too. Welcome to Beyond Authentic. Yes, indeed. Welcome to Beyond Authentic. Today, we are going to be doing some tarot readings. So, as always, we do tarot readings, but I'm also going to pull some wisdom cards. Now, these are a little bit like oracle cards. They are, put that there. They are dog themed. So it is the Divine Dog Wisdom cards, and they are absolutely beautiful cards. Really lovely drawings of doggos and pictures of doggos, and they offer a little bit of insight. So I'm going to be pulling those for each reading as well. Now then, as always on the channel, there are two ways that you can get readings. You can do a super chat, or you can always send, wait until I open up a free round and then pop your question in then. But before anything else, I do have to go through some rules. We do have some rules on the channel. Okay, so tarot is for entertainment purposes. You do make all your own decisions about your own life, and tarot should never be used to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counseling advice. Okay, never, ever, ever should it be used to replace those. If you're looking for support in those areas, please do seek out professional support from a professional. I am not a professional. I am a mere amateur here with a bit of experience in various areas. Now, also, do not share your personal information. I'm not just talking about your name and address and your social security number and all of that. I'm also talking about, don't say, oh, you know, I work for Blitz and Company in their office, and my boss is a complete wanker and I want to know, should I move? Don't do that, because if your boss from Blitz and Company happens to come on the stream or happens to Google your name and finds your username, you don't know what they might be able to find. So look after your own internet security. Also, don't put, oh, I live in the really big house next to Bosworth Castle. Don't put that in. No, we don't need to know where you are. You can just use a city name if you want to tell us, like, oh, tell us where you're coming in from. Just give us a rough region. Don't say, hi, Lisa, I am coming in from 47 Acacia Avenue. I know I should have said whatever the number Banana Man was. But anyway, don't put all of those details. And also don't put anything in that is going to get you into trouble in the years in the future. So don't put anything in the chat about stuff that might get you in legal trouble or in personal trouble. So don't put you having an affair with your boss. If you want to do readings like that, you can always book them on my website. The detail, I always forget which hand it is. The details are just here. YouTube members or the YouTube community get 10% off. Our members get 25% off over at the website. That's also where there's other things that are going to be happening on my website, so keep an eye out for that. We're starting to work on the witch as well. Items are being listed again at the moment, which is all for the shop details, the little online shop that I'll be creating and should be launching in October. Also, I do have to say one other thing. Hang on, how do I take this blooming banner off? There we go, that button there. I do also have to say that if you are new here, welcome. Please do wait until I open up a free round to ask for a reading. I'll put this on the bottom of the screen. There we go. That tells you how to ask for tarot readings. So there are 2 ways to get a reading on this channel. The first way is to send your reading as a super chat. That can be any amount. That will guarantee you your 3-card reading up next. If you want a longer reading to go into the full 6 or 7 card details, really look at what's going on, the root of things and all of that, then your donation, if it's over £6, you'll get that automatically. If I get multiple super chats at the same time, I'll read them in the order they came in, because that's fair. And once I've got through all of the super chats, I'll open up another free round, and the free round is designed to give everybody who can't afford or doesn't want to send a super chat, or can't because, you know, whatever doesn't work in their area, they haven't got that functionality on YouTube, then at that point, a free round, I will choose one of those cards, or the keeper of the cards will choose one of those cards at random, and then everybody else needs to copy and select and wait until I open up another free round before I do another reading. Okay, that's how everything works on this here channel. 10% of any money, once YouTube takes its 30%, the rest of the money that comes in from the super chats, 10% goes to fight bladder cancer and 10% goes to Bladder Cancer UK. So 10% goes to each of those 2 bladder cancer charities who have been amazing with my journey with bladder cancer. So there you go. That is how everything works on the channel. We do have moderators, and the moderators can be seen by the little spanner or the little wrench next to their name. And if the moderator asks you something in the chat, please do answer. I will normally, when I'm doing the readings, I don't have the comments on, so I don't get distracted by the live chat. I do have ADHD, and the mods will ask questions or clarify things for me and send it through on a WhatsApp screen that I've got next to me. So if I need to be informed, the mods will tell me via WhatsApp. Otherwise, I'm just on a reading, just going through that person's reading. Okay, hopefully all of that makes sense. So let's click in the comments. Let's see. Oh my gosh, right, we've got super chats in already. Tracy Wallace, thank you ever so much. Tracy Wallace has sent a super chat. I will do you've got, yep, thank you very much. I've got those in. And Laura, what does the Taurus think about me as well? I've got yours in. So then we'll do the super chats first. So Tracy Wallace and Laura, I've got yours. I've got your questions in right now. I've got 2 decks for today. And the 2 decks we're using, apart from the Dog Wisdom cards, we've got the Radiant Rider-Waite-Smith, which I absolutely love. I love the fact that this deck, which is a brightened version of the standard Rider-Waite-Smith. This is just a bright, fun deck, even though it's very traditional. And then I've also got the Light Seers on hand today. This just feels like it's a good one to use. It's very new agey with a lot of mysticism involved. So we've got one that is a little bit more to the point with the Rider-Waite, and then the new agey one as well. So we will see what I feel drawn to with each deck as we go. I actually feel, Tracy, for you, my darling, I feel like the Radiant Rider-Waite, no, the Light Seers. The Light Seers is the good option. So then I'm going to swap the camera and we'll start with the reading. So then, Tracy, your first reading, you're the first cab off the rank, and your reading will start in 17 seconds.
We have a super strong connection here, right? Oh my God!
There we go. So we've got the lovely webcam on, the card cam, and as always, we are going to cleanse the space. We cleanse with sound because it's a lot easier than smudging or having, I don't know, what's it called? Incense. There we go. As you all know, if you've been here before, I can't use incense because my husband has asthma and post-COVID, long COVID breathing issues. So we don't do incense in this household, but then we cleanse with sound instead. So Wispy, let me have a look. Yeah, thank you, Holland. Wispy, the lovely Tracy. Oh, I haven't got your question up. Oh, I do apologize. Hang on. There we go. That one there. There we go, my darling. Thank you. So whatever we have. So, Wispy, Tracy would like a general reading, please. A general reading. I might have to. Can you see just there? I might be all right. I might have to raise this up just a little bit. There we go, like that. There we go. I can get a horseshoe in there. Thank you very much for your donations, Tracy. 2 lots of £5. That's a £10 donation. So thank you for that. That means £1 to each charity, £3 to YouTube. And then the other £5 goes towards all of the running costs, which are everything just keeps increasing, doesn't it? Cost of living, oh my lord. Cost of streaming. Anyway, I'm not moaning about it. This is a lovely hobby that I have, doing this on the YouTubes. By the way, if you want to see me live, I am going to be in Bingley on the 22nd of September. I've got a live date for another festival, so I don't do many of them because of the fibro, but I will be there. So then, Wispy, let's have a look and see what we have in store for Tracy. I'm going to do you, Tracy, something I don't do very often. I'm going to do you a 10-card reading. So this is the sort of reading that I do at my events and through video. So we'll see. Hang on, I'll do it this way around. So there we go. There we go. Right then, so let's have a look. I'll come to those. I'll put those like that, and we'll bring the camera slightly further over. There we go. So then, this is the past position. So this is an overall reading for you as a horseshoe reading. So we've got the Emperor coming up in the past position. Now, Emperors often represent strong male figures or strong masculine energy. The fact that this is reversed is saying that it feels like there was a control element, because the Emperor is all about the details. The Emperor basically in some decks is seen as the architect, or the Emperor is the one that's in charge of setting everything up and running the empire. So the Emperor is all about like the larger sense of control. When it's reversed, it's about that almost micromanaged control. And instead of the Emperor being sort of in control of an entire space, it's like the Emperor is being controlling. Does that make sense? It's like trying to control either your life or somebody around you. It does feel, though, because this is in the past position, it does feel it's something that you are recovering from, if that makes sense. I think this element of sort of being under the thumb a little bit could be at work, or it absolutely could be within a relationship, but or even father figure, authority figure, something like that. It really does feel that you're out of that situation, hopefully now. The present, we've got the Knight of Cups reversed. So if I show you him this way up, the Knight of Cups is a bit of a player. Okay, you can see there's like a little picnic thing here. We've got the cup there, we've got fruit and a wine bottle. You can see the knight's horse in the background. Is this a dressage horse, or is this a horse that is just a bit flighty and wants to come on, get on with it? I want to go riding again. The knight is certainly that sort of swarthy, slightly playerish energy. Now, normally that can be fine. It's that romantic side that the card represents. When it's this way round, it feels like maybe this knight had one or two other picnics on the go, if you get my drift. Or maybe this knight wasn't quite the romantic element that you hoped he was. Maybe this knight was slightly more of a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Do you know what I mean? Maybe there was a bit of an issue here with this one. He does feel very, not just because he's the knight, but when he's reversed, especially coming after the Emperor, he does feel almost like a fling or a rebound or something along those lines, where he may be making out that he's there for the long term. But it's one of those situations where actually when you wake up, there's no head on the pillow next to you and nobody answers that phone call. Do you know what I mean? There's that sort of vibe about it. In the influence position, we've got the Two of Pentacles. Now, this is actually quite a good card for various reasons. Pentacles is career, work, finances. Okay, so that energy always comes in with this card. However, because it is a 2, there is this influence of perhaps wanting a long-term sort of permanent relationship, and the influence of being drawn towards that is there. However, this card could also, the influence could also be that exact opposite. It could be that you've had that, you know, committed, everything was fine and dandy, and now you're out of that and you just want to have a bit of freedom, and maybe you want that fling. Who knows? The influence, the way the influence comes in, I've done readings for people and I've gone, this could be that, and they go, absolutely not. No, I definitely don't want a committed relationship. My mum and dad were together forever and ever and ever and ever, and they were miserable together. So I would much rather have a 5-year relationship that's happy than a 25-year relationship that's miserable. And I was like, well, that is the influence. That is the influence of your parents coming through. That's what you're not heading towards. That's what you're heading away from. That's where the influence comes. So sometimes it can go either way. But again, only you will know that, my darling. If we were in person, I'd be able to ask the questions and you'll be able to, you know, give me that feedback. But it definitely feels like there's a lot of relationship stuff going on. We've got cups. There's lots of cups happening, which hopefully is a something you need. Well, is what you need to know. Whether it's what you want to know or not, who can say? The obstacle, we've got the Tower. Now, again, the Tower is a strong card when it comes up, because what the Tower says is that actually a lot of what you thought about life has been upended. So it's that idea of having the rug pulled from under you. It's that idea of having everything that you thought was safe to suddenly be not as safe. And I don't mean that what you thought was safe is now dangerous. It's just that, you know, like these poor animals, they've built their home in the root and the base of this tree, because that's never going to fall apart, is it? Until it's hit by lightning. And then all these poor little animals are then, oh my God, we've got to find somewhere else, because that tree isn't as safe as they thought. So there's that sort of vibe to it. And this coming up in the obstacle, I think what's happened, I don't know whether it's down to this past relationship or down to this Emperor energy, but it feels very much like whatever this relationship in the past was, it really does feel like that was that rug being pulled from under you moment. And it feels like once you've had that clarity of, right, that wasn't what I thought it was, it feels like the new update. So right, it's almost like a computer program, right? So you've had it one way, the updates come in, and now you really hate the way it looks. And that's what this is talking about. So it was this, you thought, you know, maybe the relationship was one way. It's then been revealed that actually you were maybe played, or maybe somebody was cheating, maybe there was all sorts of things happening in the background. You're now aware of that. And now, like with a Windows 11 update, you're like, but I don't like it, I want to go back. But you can never go backwards with these things. And this coming up in that obstacle position is saying that this is what you need to learn. Once you have that insight, once you have that revelation and your eyes are opened, once you've been unplugged from the matrix, it's really hard to be plugged back in. Do you know what I mean? And that's what that's saying. The way other people see you, 5 of Cups, they see you as if you're quite resilient, because what they are seeing is that you are enjoying the fact that you still have 2 cups upright, even though you've got 3 empty ones. So they see you as almost bouncing back really quickly, almost like you're not caring, or almost like, you know, well, the situation couldn't be that bad for you, because you've already, you know, you're already moving forward with what you've got, if that makes sense, with what remains. Now that can be a really strong thing, or that can be a much more difficult thing. Holland, try the I'll get back to you. Wall unit, Bureau wall unit. And that's also just reminding me that I'm on the wrong chat space. There we go. I told you I get distracted. Look. So yeah, that's how other people see you. Whether that's right or not is neither here nor there, Tracy. Because basically, what people are saying is, "Oh, she's bounced back quick." That's fine. You can do that. You ignore what they think. Only you know how you feel. In the advice, we've got the Queen of Cups reversed. So this is talking about now may not be the best time for you to be. Oh, maybe. Hang on, Wispy. What was that? What okay, let go of it. Right. Okay. Just let it go. Have you tried not being depressed about a relationship? No, I'm not saying that. Right. This is saying, I think there is a transitional time with this card. Thank you, Wispy. I think there is a transitional time with this card where you almost need to move from being the Queen of Cups, move from being that central matriarch figure, that maternal matriarch figure, the wife, the mother, that's all you are. It feels like, and I don't mean that in a negative, that's all you are, but that's how a lot of people see things. And it feels like you need to somehow move away from that and into this, which is the Ace of Cups, which is almost regaining your identity. Because the Ace of Cups, this is in the outcome. The Ace of Cups is saying that you need to be able to, or not you need to, but saying to open up a brand new chapter. There's a brand new chapter coming, and approach it with an open heart and with completely open eyes, but from a perspective of starting a whole brand new sector of your life, basically. So I don't know whether that means a relationship has ended and now you're moving forward via a divorce, or whether you are just waking up to the idea that you are a beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, sexy human being with a wonderful, beautiful soul, and you're finding that within yourself, and you're finding that strength and power in your own ability to love and accept love, and in your own sort of sexuality, your own desires, and you're able to start realizing what you want and what you need in those areas, because that is what the Ace is saying, is to open up all of that and to start that journey over again, basically. These 4 cards are advice or warning cards, okay, specific. So I'm going to move these out. I normally do them in the line down there, but because I've moved everything over, let's just do it here. Move that up a little bit. So then we've got the 5 of Pentacles reversed. So this is saying you don't have to, whatever this past is, whatever this relationship area is here, you don't have to be charitable to these people anymore, right? Letting out or letting go of, I'm going to be stuck saying let it go so much now, it's going to be ridiculous. But understanding you no longer need that Queen of Cups title, you no longer need that position, that comes with not having to be charitable to those that have hurt you in the past. It's now time to look after yourself. Put yourself number one, right? Absolutely. This is not a time to be, and I'm not saying selfish, I'm just saying you don't have to be selfless all the time. You can put yourself first. You can literally put yourself at the center, be self-centered without being selfish. Self-centered is not a bad thing. Centering on your own needs to make sure that you have what you need, and then let the trickle-down effect happen with the people around you, that is not a negative. That is such a positive thing, to allow yourself to be and to be happy and find that peace and find that love and then cascade that down. That's perfectly fine. It isn't selfish. It really isn't, to find self-love. We've then got the 9 of Pentacles. So it's talking about maybe there's a part of you that is working a bit too hard, or maybe there's part of you that's putting in a lot of effort. It does feel like that effort is going to pay off, right? So whatever this is, it feels like, whether this is the whole self-love journey, it does feel this is paying off, because you've got the 9. 9s are always full, 10s are overflowing. So the 9 of Pentacles, there is potentially a financial benefit coming your way because of what work you're doing, but it also feels like there is a growth aspect because Pentacles is all about the earth energy. It really does feel as if there is that growth element coming. We've then got the Seven of Swords coming in reversed. Now, this isn't actually as bad as it could be because the Seven is talking about difficult choices, is actually highlighting the fact that I think for you, going on this journey, especially stepping back, so abdicating the queen role, I think for you, that's going to be really difficult, but it's something you really do need to do. You really need to put yourself first and allow yourself to thrive before you look at other people. And then we've got the last card here for the sort of advice and warning section is the Four of Swords. Okay, so that is saying that yes, there is, and I love the fact this Four of Swords has even got this heart emblem in it. The three is when it's broken, you can see now it's healed. And although you can see it is the swords, this person is quite calmly sleeping. So it's saying there is going to be almost like a break in the negativity that you've been surrounded by. It feels like you're going to find that stability again, and that in itself is going to allow you to go through those challenges and go through those hurdles, because this is quite a positive card as far as swords go. And when we link it to everything else in the reading, it feels like the worst of stuff is now absolutely behind you on this side, and that what you've got moving forward is actually quite a positive thing. You've just got to abdicate this queendom. It like I know it can be really difficult if that has been your role for so long, but at some point when you step down and put yourself first, it allows you to realize how much of yourself you give up when you take on that queen role, because you have to. But I hope that helps, Tracy. Thank you ever so much for the donation. And I hope that the 10 card, which I very rarely do, I hope that really helps. And again, thank you very much for your donation, and I hope that rings true. And as always, I wish you nothing but the very, very, very best of luck. So yeah, let me just have a wee look. That is very much, that sounds very much what you need to do, my darling. That does sound very much what you need to do. Yeah, it does feel like there's a lot of shifting happening for you. Good evening, Jay. You've got a new piercing. Do you know what? I was on a certain cheap Chinese website the other day, right? Because once you bought one thing from them, you get inundated with millions of by the way, thank you, Tracy. I wish you nothing but the best. Come, make sure you don't be a stranger. Come back and tell us how things go. I think you are about to sort of, how can I put this? I think you're about to enter a brand new sexy Tracy period, and Tracy, I think you're going to thrive. Do you know what I mean? I think this is your hot, is it called hot girl summer? It feels like you're about to enter a hot Tracy summer or a hot Tracy year or 3. Do you know what I mean? It feels like you're about to do that. So yes, that's okay. That's okay. Many people have done that. I pierced, what did I pierce myself? I pierced my nose. I re-pierced my nose because it did heal up at one point. With a, now the thing is, I'll be very angry at you if you did it without a hot needle, or at least a needle that's been sterilized, because that's what you've got to do, right? So you get your safety pin or whatever it is, and you run it under a flame. Do not do this, by the way, everybody. Do not do this. This might be the way that I did piercings back in the day. But you put it under a flame, and then you get a bit of ice on your ear, and then you put it through, and then you jam your earring through, and then you hope you're not infected. So yeah, so trust me, we've all done that. We've all done that. Yeah, it does feel, though. It does feel like you're in for some. Oh yeah, a bit of jiggy. getting jiggy with it. Do. Can we sing? Can we sing Will Smith yet? Have we all recovered from his slap? I don't know. You did sterilize it. Good. Well done, nibbling. Good nibbling. Sterilize it and then pierce whatever the hell you want to pierce. Don't do anything below the neck in that method, because that can go very bad. But above here, eyebrows, lips, all those things. Yeah, it's not ideal, but you know, we've been doing it for many years. I don't actually have a. Yep, nappy pins are good because they're quite thick. Yep, nappy pins are good. Look at Patricia's photo down there, Jay, right? Look at Patricia's photo. Doesn't she look like the kindly sort of grandmother next door type figure? Oh, shoving nappy pins through your ears and other body parts. Yep, absolutely. It's a thing. And trust me, many of us have done it. It's also, you know, yeah, don't go to Claire's Accessories. Never go to Claire's Accessories to get your ears pierced. Blah, 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 blah. And again, this is somebody at one point, this was a 16, it's now only an 8. Got these pierced. I've had both nipples pierced twice. I've had my eyebrows pierced. I've had the top of this pierced. I am desperate for more piercings at the moment, but I am I think I'm going to get another piercing hole here, because if I have it through the cartilage, it gets infected every time. My eyebrow grew out. I had both I had both done. What did it? No, I had one done and then done again, and it still grew out because my body just rejected it. But yeah, holy nuggets, that's actually insane. What that we've all got a past and had piercings and done. You're not the first one, you know. Just because you listen to Youngblood, by the way, the new single is great. Just because you listen to Youngblood, same as I do, and like you're all young and you think like you're the first ones. No, oh no. Some of us were listening to that sort of thing a long while ago. Anyway, shall we go on with some more tarot reading? I think we should. I've got a super chat in from Laura. Hello, Laura, my darling. How does the Taurus think and feel about you? Ooh, we'll have a little look. That's right. Yeah, a little bit. Well, how much should I share on the internet? It doesn't really matter. When I had my nipples pierced, so first time they pierced them that way, and then the second time I had to get them pierced that way because when they were that way, they grew out. So yeah, no, other way around. They were pierced that way, and then they got pierced that way, and then one just absolutely grew through, and I had to take the other one out because they pierced it through the nerve. Anyway, all of the above. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. I can't remember what they were. I've been dancing at my funeral, waiting for you to arrive. I'm not going to sing because I'll get demonetized. Yes, because I'm not monetized. But you know what I mean. They'll whack a load of adverts on the channel. By the way, I had a I know this isn't to do with tarot. Sorry, everybody. ADHD brain. I had a copyright strike for playing one of the pieces of music that I play on the video because somebody has uploaded it to YouTube. Well, now it'll be 3 weeks ago. And then they claimed my little videos. One of these ones. Hang on, I think it was this one. So it's that piece of music, right? And they've just uploaded it to YouTube about 3 weeks ago, and now they're claiming or trying to copyright claim all of that music. Well, I get this from Filmora, which is a copyright free that I pay for. It's a copyright free thing where you can use the music. So somebody else has downloaded it and then uploaded it on a video to YouTube and then decided to copyright claim anybody else that's using that music. And in my dispute, I said, excuse me, I've been using this music on my channel for over 2 years. So you definitely have not just produced this music 3 weeks ago. Anyhow, Laura, I'm going to go ahead and do your reading. I'm so sorry. My poor ADHD brain is absolutely all over the place. I'm going to slurp my coffee and do your reading in exactly, we'll start in 15 seconds. How about that? There we go, just making sure we're in the right space now. So then let's have a little look-see, shall we? Let's have a look. How does the Taurus think and feel about you? Oh, I'm getting radiant. I don't know why. Oh, hang on. Tracy, I'll do your dog wisdom card after this. I've just forgotten. I've just seen the deck next to me. I told you, ADHD is rife today, running rampant. And yet I'm in a really happy, good mood. So, you know, I think that's one of the things, because I'm just decided I'm just going to be myself. It's like whole authentic. That's the whole point of the channel. Let's not mask it when the ADHD is kicking in. Let's just go with the flow. So then, right, that's the deck ready. I always give it a little shot. If you notice, every time I pick up a deck for the first time each day, I'll give it a shuffle because I don't know where it was left from the last readings. And then I cleanse the space. And then we bring in Wispy. So Wispy, Laura would like to know, how does the Taurus think and feel about them? How does the Taurus think and feel about Laura? Let's have a look. How does the Taurus think and feel about Laura? Let's have a look. We shall see. No, it's going again. It's going again. Oh, don't fall off. It's going again. It's going. There you go. I could feel it. I could feel it. I can feel it twisting in the cards tonight. Right. So, ooh, the where you are, what you need to know, and what the future is. Oh, now, funnily enough, I thought that card had jumped earlier, but it didn't quite seem to. Right, so the Fool. It's not saying that you're being foolish in this. It's just saying that this is the start. So the Fool in Tarot is the 0 card. It's the card that begins the whole journey. So we're literally talking about the Fool's journey. As you can see, we're standing on the rock right at the edge of the cliff face. This lovely person is looking upwards, looking at the sky, searching for clouds. I mean, you know, we've got a yellow sky for some reason, but we'll just go with it. And the little dog is shouting and barking a little warning, saying, I wouldn't step over there if I were you, because it's a long way down. However, this card is not talking about being oblivious or unthinking. It's talking about going in with fresh eyes, going in with a whole new perspective, and starting this journey through on basically a brand new way of thinking, if you like, because the Fool is very much the beginning of things. In terms of where you are, I think whatever's happened in the past, I think you are ready and open for something new, whether it's with the Taurus. We'll see, because I think you are now open and ready for a romantic connection. Okay, which is fantastic. That is a fantastic place to be. However, what you need to know about the Taurus, we've got the 5 of Cups. I think the Taurus is stuck, absolutely stuck on a previous relationship, absolutely 100% stuck on a previous relationship. I don't think they're still in it, but I think they are stuck on it, because you can see here the 5 of Cups. There's 3 cups that have been spilt, and we've still got these 2 lovely ones here. Absolutely lovely, upright, full of vodka and Red Bull or sparkling water or whatever your tipple is, red wine, whatever it is, full, ready to go. But no, these 3 have been spilt. And this is when we're talking about relationships. We're talking about the past. We're talking about the mistakes of the past. When it's reversed, it's talking about being absolutely stuck, jammed, like melted, cemented, carved in stone into this position of not being able to look forward at the future where you've still got hope, and being stuck looking at these empty at these falling cups. And it's a really difficult place to be in. This isn't you, this is the Taurian. So I think that although there might be a little hope for something, I think at the moment they are totally like just bewitched with the previous relationship and the mistakes and everything that went wrong with that. The outcome, unfortunately, my darling, I don't think this is going to be a relationship for you, because the outcome is the 10 of Swords. Now, you've heard me say it already this evening. For me, the 9 is full, the 10 is overflowing. This 10 of Swords, you can see this is not the death of a 1,000 cuts, is it? This is the absolute like murder of 10 swords in the back. Quite often this is saying this is like it's the finality of things. Now it is reversed, so it is perhaps talking about there may be some sliver of hope, but for me, I think the Taurus is either completely, so if you've had a relationship with them in the past, they are completely done, overdone, everything is done and dusted, they've got no desire to get back. If you haven't had a relationship but they've just come out of one, they are completely stuck in that cycle of grief, remorse, upset, guilt for whatever they did and whatever the cause of that relationship failing was. They're not learning any of the lessons that the Swords brings, because Swords, whilst it can be painful, whenever you look back at the roughest times of your life, we learn something from it. We either learn never to go back there, or we learn how we got there. We learn, you know, there's all sorts of lessons that we get from going through those tough times. And in terms of relationships, it kind of feels like with this one that the Taurian is stuck in that. I hope that helps, my darling. I really do. And I hope I didn't misgender the Taurian. I know I was saying he, but it could be a previous. But I think that the Taurian is out of the picture, and I if you haven't had a relationship with them, then they are not in a position to be open to a relationship with you right now. I think that this new chapter in your life, I think the Taurian is going to hold you back on that. So if it's a friend that maybe wants benefits, or if it's a future potential partner, I don't think it will work. If it's an ex-partner, they've got no intention of coming back. All of those things, I think you are best out of it, because this is where you are. And this, in terms of the tarot, right, let me just, I know I'm going off on a slight tangent, but in terms of the tarot, it starts with a Fool, and the last card in the major arcana is the World, right? And the idea is you step through that portal, through that ring, and you step onto that new planet, that new world. You step through into a whole brand new life set of experiences, and that is you with this Fool. You are starting over completely fresh. So I would, even if this is a potential, I would maybe just kind of just do that. Put yourself nice and center. There you go. This is the time for you. Again, God, we're echoing the previous reading. But this is the time for you to be center and for you to start a brand new journey, right? Brand new journey. Absolutely. And this is a major arcana card. So this is absolutely locked in. You have got this, just probably without the Taurian. And there you are, my darling. That is your reading for today. I hope it helps. And I hope that you're not pining for the Taurian in terms of a relationship. Let's go into the comment section. You are the previous relationship. That makes sense. That does make sense. That does. Well, in that case, like, you go live your life. You go live your happy life. You are well out of that situation. And I'm going to pull you a dog wisdom card. Right. So the divine dog, is it going to focus? There we go. The divine dog wisdom cards. I used it for the very first time in the members only. And I'm going to do you one of these right now. So let's pull you one of these at random. This is a little bit of wisdom. It's almost like an oracle deck. Let's pull you one and we'll see what wisdom you need right now. We've got what does that say? Shame. Oh, bad dog, no biscuit. Why is that coming up? Why is that coming up? That doesn't fit at all. Did you do something naughty? Did you do something a bit naughty to get rid of the bad relationship? Because although it says shame, bad dog, no biscuit, I've got to say, look at that face. Look at that face. You know that dog's getting a biscuit, right? You know that doggo is getting a biscuit, because look. You know that doggo's getting a biscuit, even if he peed on the carpet. But anyway, I hope that helps, Laura. Thank you very much. Oh, and I did say I'll pull one for Tracy, didn't I? Tracy, my darling, Tracy Wallace, hopefully you're still here. Let me do your one as well. Hang on a second. I've had just one, just literally flew over, and it says, gratitude, give thanks. So there you go. Hopefully that has a deep and deep and meaningful connection to you, my darling. Gratitude. We've always got things to be grateful for. Lavina's here. Good evening, Lavina, my darling. Let me go into the chat. Oh, God, you are well out of it. Well out of it. You got a lucky escape there. Narcissists are not nice people. Unfortunately, I have a sibling who's one. But yes, indeed. I hope that helps. It wasn't a free reading, my darling. No, that was a donated reading. Yes. So then I hope everything is good for you from here on in, Laura. And if there is any shame, don't worry, you're going to get a biscuit anyway. You'll get a biscuit. I'll give you a biscuit. I'll give you a biscuit, Laura. Good doggo. Good doggo. Yes. Right then. What is, and I've just realized as well, I've got the dog paw on today. What the hell is happening on this channel? I'll be telling you, sit. Oh, wow. Things are going bonkers. How did I know you listened to Youngblood? I think we might have spoken to it. No, the new single is Low Life. Thank you very much. After he came out with the cover version from Fall Guy. I know my Youngblood. He's from Doncaster. Yes. Thank you very much. 26-year-old from Doncaster. Went down to London, studied at London Art School. That's why he's got a bit of a weird accent. Sometimes he sounds a bit Yorkshire. Sometimes he sounds a bit London. That's the reason why. Thank you very much. I know my Youngblood. Right then, let me have a look. So then, I think that's all the super chats for now. So shall we go ahead and, shall we go ahead and open up a free round? I believe we should. I believe it is that time. Let's go ahead then and open up a free round. Don't forget, if you don't know how this works, it should be all in that there comment section right about now. It is time to pop your question in the live chat, starting with the word question, and you can then go ahead. Where's the button? There we go. Pop your question in. One will get chosen by the keeper of the questions or the keeper of the cards. And yes, your free card reading, I will pick one, or the keeper of the cards will pick one at random, just in case you don't understand what I said, because I know my energy is on full-on chaos mode at the moment. Here is a quick recap. Okay, no more questions in that there chat, please. Let me just take this one off and pop this one on. And it does appear that we have two questions. So I'm going to do when there's two questions, we've got a thing here that we do on this here channel. And am I prepared for it? Oh. Oh, I tidied up. Now, this might be a problem. Hanging on. Where's the little bag? Hanging on. Where's the little bag? That's not it. Oh, no. I tidied up. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Okay, we're going to have to go to the keeper of the questions, please. Keeper of the questions. Lioness. Thank you. Lioness. Okay, Lioness. Hang on. Let me find the thank you, keeper of the questions. So one has been chosen at random. I've just moved everything and everything's just fallen back onto my desk. Gosh, I've lost my talismans. I was going to do a talisman toss. They should have been right here in front of me. But of course, because I've tidied things up, I put them somewhere safe. So I'm just like my mother. They'll probably turn up in about 2 years' time at this point. So the talismans are somewhere safe. I will find them this week. So Lioness.
Are you a fan of 80s horror but want something different? Do you like modern horror but the regular magazines leave you a bit cold? Are you a fan of that schlocky horror that no one else seems to talk about? Check out Necronomicon, the UK horror zine from Etsy.com. Just search for Necroneil.
Blue Chalice is a small business making crafty creations for the Witcher community. From jewellery to wall hangings, witch bells to altar tiles. Why not have a look at bluechalice.etsy.com. Hello, guess who pressed the wrong button and then was 3 screens down and I couldn't find how to stop it? That'd be me then. Yes. Oopsie. I was just like, where's that music coming from? Yeah, right. So, Lioness, my darling, general, please, dating, love, or whatever comes out. Okay, my darling, that is not a problem. What I was trying to do, I was trying to say, I'll do your reading because I need to swap cameras. I'll do your reading right now. Okay, I didn't even press the button. I moved the camera. I forgot to press the button. Oh my gosh. Brain energy is absolutely firing all over the place today. There we go. That needs to be just a little bit lower. There we go. So then let's cleanse your space, Lioness, and we'll bring in your the lovely Wispy for you. So then, Wispy, Lioness would like to know whatever comes up, but specifically if there's any romantic energy there, that would be nice. So we want, if there's any romantical energy, that would be lovely. Yes, please, mods, if you can do that and just keep going like that, that's fine. Was a card reversed then? Hang on. It looked like a card was reversed. I don't know where the talismans are. So yeah, that'd be lovely. Thank you, mods. The keeper of the questions. Just having a discussion with them, that's all. I know, right? So then let's have a look. Wispy, what is coming up for the lovely Lioness? And specifically, if there is any dating, love, kissy on the horizon, that would be nice. We all like a bit of, don't we? I know, right? Unless, sorry for all of you that has a pussycat at home right now and whose cat has just gone and stared at the screen and gone, what? Is that time for food? Because, you know, we've accidentally adopted 2 of our neighbours' cats who don't really get fed a lot. So we feed them, and is always the code for dinner's here. So, you know, because you can't really bang a pouch, can you? You know, cat food comes in pouches now. You can't really bang it. It doesn't make any noise really. So that's why. Anyway. What is today's stream? My brain is in 15 different places. A general reading or dating love, if possible. Let's have a look then. So, where you are right now, Lioness. Ooh, 5 of Pentacles reversed. You're a bit out in the cold, my darling. A bit out in the cold. So, this way up, it's talking about, you know, charitable situations. This way up, the 5 of Pentacles, when it's reversed, it can be thought of as almost that you are inside this church and that you are kind of looking out at the snow and you're kind of looking at people passing by and wanting to help, but maybe you haven't got the funds at the moment to help. Does that make sense? Because it kind of feels like the other way around, you're asking for help. And I don't think you're in that situation, but it feels like you would normally be able to go here, arms for the poor or whatever it is. And normally you'd be able to go, oh, actually, what was it the other day that we did? There was a guy outside of one of the supermarkets and he wasn't begging. He was just basically went, well, he was begging, but he said, I don't want any money, but could you get me an energy drink? So of course we got him some energy drink, because it was like, okay, that's you know, it's a couple of quid. Well, I can afford a couple of quid every now and again for somebody that is obviously in more need than I am. But it feels like you're that sort of person, but at the moment you haven't got that ability, if that makes sense. Right, I can already see what this card is. Do not hang on. Do not take this card at face value. Okay, do not take this card at face value at all in any way, shape, or form. You've got in the what you need to know, you've got the devil, but the devil doesn't mean the devil in the Christian faith or old scratch, old Nick, anything of that. The reason this card gets so many people upset is because they go, oh, the devil, I'm going to get cursed and blah, blah, blah. No, look at what the important thing with this card. Have I got my, I'm going to have to get my coaster. Here we go. Look. Lovely star, right? 5-pointed star, the pentagram. The top is spirit. Then we've got earth, air, fire, water. So we've got always at the top, or not always, but the majority of the time at the top is the single point, right? Because that is spirit over the physical. So that's talking about our spiritual self over our physical self. When it's reversed like this, it talks about the physical, the four elements, the physical elements over spirit. And that's what you've got on the devil card. Because what this card is actually saying is it's either warning of materialism and warning of that need to have those physical needs met, or in some cases it could be talking about the fact that there is a binding. So it could be legal issues, it could be lawsuits, it could be, it could be marriage. Because again, it's got that you've got these chains, these people locked into a situation. Now, sometimes the devil is talking about temptation, and again, because of this materialistic element, this financial element, and because we've got this card here, I think this is where that connection is coming. I think that there is something around you where you are there is something that is going to be too good to be true. Okay, so whether that's a get rich quick scheme or a, somebody that wants to be romantic with you, but perhaps they're in another country and they might need, I just need $50 or whatever it is, £50 just to be able to get a phone that I can text you then. Do you know what I mean? It's like that catfishing scam. There is something here coming up and it's what you need to know. So this is an absolute warning. Be really careful around anything that is financially offered or anything that is perhaps physically, because you're asking about love. If perhaps somebody is offering themselves physically to you in a way that is a bit quick. Do you know what I mean? And again, I am a very sex positive person. Okay. I believe very firmly that if you have desires and needs and you aren't hurting anybody, and the other person has desires and needs and they aren't hurting anybody, and you're two grown adults, go ahead and do the things that make you both happy. Does it have to be a long-term committed relationship where you decide to settle down forever, ever and ever and ever and tie yourselves with metal chains? No. But this card is hinting at a warning of those physical desires. And sometimes, because you're asking about a love life thing, just be careful. If somebody appears to be wanting a relationship, wanting to start something, but on day one, they want to turn up and have those physical needs met, and for the two of you to engage in sexual relations. That's absolutely fine if you are up for it. If there is a pretense of, oh, and then we can go dating and we can do this and we can do that, be careful, because again, that card could indicate that somebody is trying to basically get in your knickers without having any hint of taking you out for dinner. If that makes, do you know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say. So then your third card, which is the future opportunity, we've got, hang on, I picked it up that way. So we've got the Seven of Swords. Oh, so I don't think there is general dating stuff happening. I'll put my drink back on my coaster now. I don't think there's general dating happening, but the Seven of Swords, sevens are talking about difficult decisions. And as you can see with this card, this person has kind of stolen these swords from this army base. It looks like a Renaissance fair or a circus, but it's supposed to be like an army base. So they've nicked these swords. However, two of them is too much to carry. So they've got two stuck in the ground. Or are they going to go back and get those two? Because they've got these five. Could they run away now, or just go, ooh, I've just seen two more, I'll double back and try and get these out the ground too? This card is talking about risk and reward. It's talking about tough decisions, but because it's swords, it's talking about those obstacles and hurdles in life that you need to overcome. When it's this way round, I think that this love element is really here. In terms of I think you are quite open to the idea of relationships and even physical love for the extent of however long that lasts, whether it's a night, an afternoon, a couple of hours, 20 minutes, whatever. I think you are up for that right now, and that's absolutely fine. But be careful, because again, I think these two cards are both linked. There's a certain element here of not hang on, how can I put it? Rispy, give it to me again, because I just had it and then it fleeted through. So it's not, there's an element here of not learning your lessons and pushing your luck. Thank you, Wispy. Pushing your luck, right? Don't try and push your luck. You can nick 5 swords and get away, but if you go back and try and take these other ones, you're going to get caught. And so there's something here. Listen, if you are perhaps looking at a married person or somebody in a relationship to have that physical element with, just be careful. Don't push your luck, right? There's nothing wrong with this devil card. In the right place, in the right time, in the right moments, we all have those physical needs. We all have that element to us. You can go and fulfill those needs. Make sure you are safe. This is the warning for that. Make sure you are safe. So whatever type of sex you're having, make sure there's no chance of any contractables, but also make sure that you are not going to get caught up in something. So in other words, if you're dallying with somebody who's already in a relationship, make sure that the partner's kind of well and truly out of it. Do you know what I mean? Make sure the partner isn't about to come back and open the front door and discover you in the moment. I guess that's what it's saying, right? Be careful. And but yeah, go ahead and get those needs met if you need to. I hope that helps, Lioness. I really do hope that helps. Yes. Thank you, my darling. I'm trying to be, listen, I am, these days, I am an old married woman, right? So I adore my husband and have no desire to be with anybody else for the rest of my entire life. Absolutely none whatsoever. But before I was with him, was I a virgin? Or was I fuck? Do you know what I mean? Was I Ella's like? There was I lived a life that was full and satisfying in many, many areas. And that's basically what I'm saying. So yeah, just make sure you're careful though, right? Honestly, my darling, just make sure you are careful and sensible. Don't let anybody into your house. And if you get a weird feeling about them, lock the door. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Especially if you're dating, men of any gender type. Men can be quite, well, I've driven all this way, why not? Do you know what I mean? Why won't you let me in? Because you're a dickhead, and because you don't look anything like your profile picture, and because I've got a weird vibe, and because you smell of liquor. So no, get back in your car or get back on the tram. Do one. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Hopefully that makes sense. Everybody else, if you haven't guessed it by now, yes, I am one of those slightly more liberal than right-wing people. And yes, I am all for love, whatever aspect that takes. And yeah, I hope that helps. Right then, should we have another round? I'm digging myself into a very big hole. And oh, hang on, Lioness, your doggo. Your doggy style wisdom oracle card. Let's see what doggy. They just made me smile so much. I am. There is a part of me that is forever a 13-year-old child that finds things hilarious. So yeah, your doggo wisdom card, divine dog wisdom card, is. Here we go. We're going to cut the deck, and it is this. Faith, you have all you need right now. You have all you need right now. Doesn't mean you can't get a bit more later. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you've got what you need right now. A little bit later, that's a good time for what you need. Hopefully that helps. Thank you ever so much, and I will leave you with that, my darling. Right then, let's go ahead and open another round. So let me just check. Yep. So if you would like a tarot reading, go ahead and either send it as a super chat to guarantee your place, or if you want to get a free reading, go ahead and pop your question into that there live chat, starting with the word question, and I will or the keeper of the questions, the keeper of the cards, will pull one of those or we'll pick one of those people for a reading. Does that make any sense? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Put it in the live chat now. Someone will pick somebody, and then I'll read for that person. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, here is another handy dandy video. And if you're the person that keeps trying to copyright strike me, tough. I'm going to keep playing them. Good evening, Belinda Jane Harris. Hello, my darling. Whereabouts in the world are you? By the way, everybody else, pop where you are in the world, because I've got some details now. So, Belinda, if you're in New York, for example, it's 3:20 in the afternoon. I know. I can tell that. I've got it on a screen in front of me. So it looks like we only have one question in. So, Firefly Magic, good evening to you. You automatically get this reading slot. So well done to you, my darling. Firefly Magic, you are coming up right now. Oh, Somerset. I bet everybody does that when they say, doesn't it? It's like an automatic reaction. Somebody has to do a bad impression of a Somerset farmer, even though it's horrendous. Lavinia, you've posted. You have to post after we put the thing in the chat, my darling. So you've been here before, my sweetheart. You know that. Every time, look, Patricia puts it in there. It has to go in after that. Otherwise, we can't go back in the chat. You know that, my darling. So you'll have to wait till the next one. Right then, Firefly Magic. Let's have a wee little look. I will do your reading. I'm not even gonna. There we go. Look, that was lucky. I was about to say I'm not even gonna play the little doodah. I'm just gonna do it as is. There we go. Sorry, the reason I play it is because obviously sometimes this stand gets a little bit wibbly, as you can see, and I don't want you to get motion sickness as I'm sorting it all out. But you know, that's what we're doing. So then, why has Scorpio been a bit withdrawn from me this weekend? Ooh, let's have a look. So then, as always, I'm swapping decks as well. There we go. And we bring in the lovely Wispy. So then we're using the Light Seers deck now. So Wispy, oops, Firefly Magic would like to know what is going on. I know you want some cards all mixed in. I think there's some cards that need to be reversed. I think that's what he's just done. So then, Wispy, why has Scorpio been a bit withdrawn from Firefly Magic this weekend? By the way, if you want to know why I keep talking about Wispy is an air elemental dragon. I've just put the link in the live chat in the comment section. So there's a link to a whole podcast where me and Neil talk about egregores, servitors, tulpas, and what my dragons actually are, because I've got 5 dragons in total that I work with. So yeah, and Wispy is the one that normally joins us for tarot. We used to have Scarlet as well. Scarlet used to join us. Scarlet is a fire dragon, all about lust. But these days, it just seems to be Wispy that comes through. But anyway, we haven't had a card flip while we've been shuffling. So there's no clarifying card. So we're just going to do your drop at some point. Oh, that was slow. That was painfully slow. I don't know whether that means there's a little bit of uncertainty here. But let's have a look, Firefly Magic. So we're going to do the where you are. 4 of Wands reversed. What you need to know. 7 of Cups reversed, and the outcome, the 8 of Swords. Right, my darling. Right, my darling. Let's have a look. So, why has the Scorpio been withdrawn this weekend? So, we've got the 4 of Wands. Wands is all about your confidence. So, this is where you are. Okay. So, we've got you, and then we've got 2 more perspectives that will be the Scorpio's perspective. So, I think you are feeling a bit stuck in terms of your confidence. I think your confidence has taken a little bit of a knock, and now it's almost you're not able to raise it again. Do you know what I mean? So like if your daily confidence was say at a 7 out of 10, right? So you're not, or 6 or 7 out of 10, right? So you're not like living your best life. You're not doing that whole, oh my God, everything is amazing. I love myself and everybody loves me. I'm strutting down the street. You know, those days where you feel like that sometimes, occasionally, not very often for me, but you know, some people feel that, don't they? And they're like, this is me. Look at me. I'm great. It's not that. It's not at a 10, but equally it's not at a, oh my God, everything's so really, It's not that either. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's an in-between day where you're just feeling yourself. You feel okay. This feels like you're down at like a 4 at the moment, where your confidence has been knocked from that 6 or 7 down to a 4, maybe a 5, but normally a 4, maybe even a 3, where you're not quite, but you're also not your normal self. And then it feels like that's stuck. So something's happened before this weekend and it's taken you back a couple of knocks. And now it just feels like you're unable to move forward again and kind of get back to that point where you're like, do you know what? All right, shit's happened, shit hit the fan, but now we're moving forward and I feel good about a future. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're back down on this level down here somewhere. And I think that's probably why you're asking the question about this weekend, because it's like if you were full of confidence and feeling your bad self and all of that, you wouldn't need to worry about why Scorpio's been withdrawn from you, because you'll be like, I am amazing, they will come back to me, they're just having a weekend. But what you need to know, we've got the 7 of Cups reversed. I think Scorpio, I don't know if you're in a romantic relationship or not, or whether you're close friends or not, but there's definitely that sort of connection here. I think that the Scorpio is having some doubts and maybe having some questions around their emotions, right? Not necessarily doubts about a relationship if you're in a relationship, but it could be doubts around how they feel about themselves, how they feel about things going on in their lives. And maybe they don't feel as if they can talk to you for whatever reason. Maybe you are one of the cups that they're having to process. And it feels very much like sometimes when we're processing emotional stuff, the people closest to us are useless, because you can't get a clear and a, what's it called? You can't get a neutral position from somebody that you care about. Because if you say, oh, I'm feeling really shit, I think I'm gonna, go on a starvation diet for a month and see if I can lose some weight, the people near you aren't going to go, oh, that's a great idea, yeah, go on, you do that, yeah, just drink water, that's a fantastic idea. No, of course they're not, because it's unhealthy and it'll make you really ill. However, somebody out there on internet land could well turn around and say, yep, that's a good idea, I think you should do that. Or say, do you know what, maybe you shouldn't do it, maybe do this instead and do that. Do you know what I mean? But you don't get neutral, unbiased advice from somebody you're close to. And I think that they're going through something with their emotions that perhaps might affect the relationship if you're in a relationship, but I think definitely affects how they're feeling about life, the universe, and everything at the moment. And I don't think they're quite ready to have that discussion. Reason I'm also saying that is because we've got the Eight of Swords coming up in the future opportunity, and the Eight of Swords, believe it or not, is all about blindfolds being lifted. You can see here we've got the mirror, and this person's reflection has them blindfolded, and then the crows are coming in to undo the binding and then to lift the blindfold. So the crows are coming in, the issues, the swords, the problems are coming in to reveal the truth. Now, this can be a blessing and a curse, if you like. And I don't mean curse, but you know what I mean? This can be a positive and a negative, because again, once you have those eyes opened, you see things as they truly are. Yes, you're not blindfolded and bound anymore, but then you've got to deal with the aftermath. You've got to deal with what is actually happening. And I think the Scorpio is going through that process. So it does feel as if you're going to know probably this week, maybe maybe towards the end of the week, if not within the next, I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later, to be honest. But I think the Scorpio is going through some stuff, and you are going to have your eyes opened as to what Scorpio's going through. It feels like there are emotional things and maybe some quite personal shit that they're having to deal with, that they're just not quite ready to let you in on yet, if that makes sense. Hopefully, my darling, that makes sense. It doesn't. With a 3 card, I can't really go into more detail as to what's happening sort of over here or around, or, in terms of how you two sort of go from here. But it does feel as if you'll have that knowledge by the end of the week, maybe the end of next, like 2 weeks time. But it does feel as if that's coming. And I think whether or not what the Scorpio is dealing with is, I think you're part of one of many of those cups that is on that emotional washing up tray, if you like. I think it's one of the things that they're dealing with at the moment. Hopefully that helps, my darling. Sorry it can't be more like everything's going to be fantastic, la 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 la. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense, Firefly Magic, and I wish you nothing but the very best of luck. Let us know how things go, and I will pull you a doggo wisdom. I keep saying doggo, it's just dog wisdom. It's just that obviously me and Rufus have a lot of stuff with doggos. Not only do we have 3 of them, but we also, Rufus likes making doggo biscuits and cakes and things like that. So let's just see. Here we go. Let's do you a doggo card pull for a little bit of extra 4-legged wisdom. Here we go. I'm going to take them off the top because that's what it feels like now. It feels like I should just do that. What is it? Significance. Ooh, you be you. Oh my God, amazing. That is literally, hang on. Is it still on here? Is it one of these? No. On one of these at the top of the screen, I thought I had where it said, stay you, stay true, stay authentic. I thought I had one. Was it there? No. Oh, where have I got that then? Oh well, there you go. So anyway, significance, you be you. Absolutely. Be the youest you can be, my darling. Be absolutely true to you. And if the Scorpio isn't the right fit for you, let them go. because you have to be you. You have to feel confidence in who you are. That Four of Wands, listen, you need to be full of who you are, absolutely loving yourself, being your badass self all over the place, right? You be you. And if the person that you're supposed to be with, the person that you're with, or the person that your friendship circle, your relationships, if that person can't get you for you, then they don't deserve you. Does that make sense? Hopefully that helps, my darling. Right then, let's have a look in that there chat. Bum, 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 ba-ba-da-ba-dum. You're not together, but a potential romance that's been going really slowly. Yeah, I wouldn't bother. Yeah, I wouldn't bother. I would not bother, my darling. It makes sense. I'm glad that helps, Firefly, my darling. I'm really glad that helps. No problem at all. Listen, absolutely do there we go. Absolutely let us know how things go. But I think you just need to let this one go. I don't think this one's right for you. I think they've got too much going on in their head and too much going on with their emotions. I think you just need to, you just be you. You be the youest you can be. Right then. But thank you for that question, Firefly. Shall we have another round? I think we should. Don't forget, if you want to guarantee, we're starting to run low on time, so we've got half an hour left. If you want to guarantee your reading is next, please do go ahead and send it through as a super chat, or you can wait until I open up a new round, which is about to happen now. Just before I do have to say, please do consider our wonderful memberships here on the channel. What does membership get you? It gets access to all the videos early. It also allows you to be part of the members only, excuse me, I'm just going to pop my hair back in a doodah. It allows you to be part of the members only pre-lives. So we do have on a Sunday evening before we go live with this stream, there's a live stream at 6 p.m. UK time. I'm also thinking about doing one later on for those Americans, our American members and members from other parts of the world. So if that's something the members want, do let me know in the members only space. But also it allows you to come on when I do the unboxings and review videos. So I'm going to do, not just with the Doggo Wisdom, I've got a Doggo tarot deck and other tarot decks. I'm going to be reviewing more of those. So if you want to come in and talk and discuss the cards and all of that whilst I'm doing that, we can do that with the members. And hopefully there'll be more members only. Oh, and you also get like coffee cups next to your name, which change color every time for the longest time. If you've been a member for 1 month, it's one color, 2 months is another. And there's specific oh, what are they called? I'm going to say doodah because I don't know what they are. What are they called? Emoji things. They're specific channel emojis, doodahs, that you can put in the channel, that you can put in the comments. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so yeah, if you are able to support the channel by becoming a member, it is it helps me out, but it also helps out in terms of support for the 2 charities I support. And it also gives you a 25% discount on the one-to-one tarot readings that I offer on my website. So all of the details are coming up here after this. Or I'll tell you what, while I play this, we'll open up a free round. So if you would like a tarot reading, either send it as a super chat now to guarantee your space, or pop it in the comment section starting with the word question. That's what I'm trying to say. Hello. So then let's have a look. Good evening to Ellis. Hello, Ellis, my darling. Good afternoon. I don't know why I clicked that one. That's what I meant to click on. There you go. Good evening, Ellis. I hope you are well. Stickers, yes. Is that what they're called? Holland's put that. That's all I see, Holland. But I know in the chat on the YouTubes, you would have seen them properly. So yes, right then. Right. Keeper of the question says Belinda. So Belinda, hang on. Where's have I got a question from Belinda? There we go. Belinda, you are next on my list. What do the cards say about your future, please? I will get to that there soon. Let me take the banner off. Holland, I agree. We've got a fan in the lounge, right? A super big fan in the lounge. I've also got a little one here, and I've got a bigger one over there that's rubbish. It's literally like an asthmatic smoking Camel, the strong cigarette things, trying to blow at me through a straw. It's like rubbish. I like your question. I like your comment, Belinda. Cats are massive users. Exactly. Well, we've got the fan, and in the lounge, we bought it on Prime Day. So it's like a big one, a good one. And what the heck is that? This box, I had it resting on the things under here, under the desk, and it just moved and touched my inner thigh. And for a split second, I thought that somebody was there or something was there. That was really momentarily distracting. But yeah, so we've got the big fan in the lounge, and it basically it's one of those, it oscillates like that. So me and Rufus sit at either end of the sofa, normally with a dog in between. And because it does this, it basically yeah, so anyway, it gets both of us, right? That's what I'm trying to say. But the dogs will now lie right in front of the sofa. So when you try and move, you've got 2 to 3 doggos to try and clamber past. And with my fibro, there are many, many times where I have almost fallen and had to grab hold of the fridge freezer, which is currently still in the lounge because we don't really have a working kitchen. But, you know, whatever. Question, what do the cards say about your future? Well, we know what we need to do, Belinda. We need to press the little doodad. And there we go. We'll do a 6-second doodad. And then your reading will be up in 6 seconds' time. There we go. Look, just bring down to there. There we go. So as always, we cleanse your space, and then we hit the magic button to bring in that there Wispy. So then Wispy, for some reason, I picked up this deck, the Radiant Rider-Waite. So there we go. What do we say about the future for Belinda? So Wispy, what has Belinda got in store? What is the energies coming through from the end of July into August? That's what we're going to do. July's energy that's still lingering and what's affecting, and then 2 for August, the first couple of weeks, the second couple of weeks. Okay, that's what we're going to do, Wispy. So let's have a little look-see at that. Let's see what's coming up. Let's see what is coming up for Belinda. It's a song I wrote, so it's not copyrighted, with my lovely out of key singing, because that's great. Sometimes I'll sing and Rufus will be like, you know, it's a long time since you've been on stage. Maybe you need to, if you're going to sing, maybe you need to do some warming up. And I'll be like, are you trying to say I'm out of key or out of tune? He goes, yes. And then when I try to do it purposefully, it's really difficult for me to do that. Anyway, right. I'm just chuckling at myself. That was really funny. Right then, the song What I Did Right. Yes. Belinda, July energy that's lingering. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. So financial energy, perhaps related to younger person. So I don't know whether you've got a teenager or some sort of younger person in the house. A younger energy, so maybe somebody is spending a bit much or not thinking about the future, not planning. That's what the sort of Knight's energy brings in when we're looking at Pentacles. It's like, well, I've got 50 quid until Friday, so I'll just spend 50 quid now, even though it's only Sunday evening, and I don't know what's going to happen Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but yeah, it's fine. I'll just spend that 50 quid, and then, you know, oh dear, I won't eat for 4 days. Do you know what I mean? that sort of vibe. That's what's lingering from July. So there is this financial and work related sort of impulsivity. That's a good word. Good word, Lisa. Well done, Lisa's brain. Good word. And then for the first couple of weeks, how does this impact into August? Let's have a look. Ooh, Page of Cups. This is a young person. This is a young person. So you've got some here, a page energy, and page is again youthful, childlike energy. Page of Cups is that romantic energy. So again, it feels like there's definitely a lack of planning. If you don't have young people around you, then this is talking about that. It could be somebody older that's in your life, like a partner who's acting childish or childlike. Because this page energy is dealing with sort of impetuousness around feelings, and because it's reversed, it's almost like that sort of, I'll say temper tantrums, but not like 2-year-old temper tantrums. This is, we're talking about, snotty, grotty, teenage angst kind of that sort of vibe. It feels like that is what's coming into August. Now, I do think that this is also, how can I put it? If you don't have young people at home, then this is that vibe of be careful. Any relationship you're in, just be careful, because this is like an innocent, childlike type vibe. But the thing with this, when it's reversed, is it is that sort of quite demanding, quite not really seeing the other person's perspective type relationship. So just be a little bit careful of that. If this isn't about young people in your life, like children or family members around you, this could well be an adult who's really not going to be getting it, an adult who really is not going to be grasping what you need from a relationship, and putting their needs first and being quite selfish and childish rather than being childlike. It's like this way up, it's childlike innocence and wonder, and oh, look at that's a tree and that's a flower, and let's explore our bodies, and everything's wonderful, and oh, I love you so much. This way round, it's a bit more, well, what can you do for me? And you haven't done that for me recently, and you haven't done this and you haven't done that. And do you know what I mean? It's that more, it's the negative side of self-centered. And then into the end of August and heading in towards September, we've got this through fair look, the King of Swords. I think this is, I don't know whether you have a partner, Belinda, but I think this could be a partner type vibe, because the King of Swords, it's almost like partners working a lot, doing a lot of vibe, but then starts being a little bit childish about relationships, and why do I have to do this? Why do I have to do that? And then as August goes through, kind of then becomes quite belligerent, not physically violent, but quite sort of emotionally belligerent and a bit like grumpy and tough to deal with, because the King of Swords brings that challenge, hurdle type energy, and the king is an authority figure. So the fact that it's reversed, again, we're not looking about this coming from you. It feels like August is about the people around you and how their emotional state is going to impact you. I think this is either, if it's not a partner, it's either a father or work boss, because the king is that authority type figure, and traditionally within the tarot, it's either husband, quote unquote, partner or father type figure or authority figure. So I do think, again, it could be authority because we've got the pentacles here, but I do think that it's going to be a bit as a kind of 3-card reading, right? A bit like horoscope from a newspaper, rather than getting your horoscope read properly for the full month. I think this is saying that there is definitely going to be this through fair. I think it's going to be more about how other people's energies impact you in August, rather than how you can get ahead or you can change. I hope that helps, my darling. I really do. But again, thank you ever so much for your question. Just keep sticking it through is what I would say, really. Just keep sticking it through. And I hope that helps, my love. I hope it, listen, what is it they say? Forewarned is forearmed. So hopefully there is enough here for you to be able to deal with the people in your life, because it really does feel this is a lot of external energy. And I hope that helps. Right. Thank you ever so much for your question. What am I doing? I'm trying to press that button to change the camera. Let me move that one further back. There we go. Good evening. And on the comments section. Nope, that's just me. There's the comments. Right. Okay. Oh yeah, no more super chats. Let me press that button. Thank you, Patricia. I've just seen that. Can we have no more super chats today, everybody? We are now running out of time, so we've only got 45 minutes left. Any super chats after this time will be will just be forfeited now. Unfortunately, they cannot be read or refunded. But let me just, Belinda, let me do your doggo wisdom card. Oops, that card got a bit wibbly then. A doggo wisdom card for Belinda, to see how to tackle this month. So then, how are you going to tackle the stuff to come? Ooh, now that's interesting from what I was just saying about singing off key and out of tune. Harmony, get on key. Ooh, maybe you need to give the same energy as the people around you, Belinda. So if that is younger people in your life, maybe you need to give that same energy. If it is a partner in your life, that King of Swords, maybe you need to give the same energy back to them. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Harmonize that energy. Meet them on that wavelength. That's interesting. That's an interesting card for that. So yes, thank you ever so much. Oh shit, so no, fuck, all the swear words, are these still here? No, I've mixed them all into the deck, damn it. The Knight of Pentacles, going really fast with money. Then that is spending money that they don't have, doing it all, not thinking about long-term planning. That is where the Knight of Pentacles comes in. The Page of Cups was there as well, wasn't it? That is talking about that childish behavior in terms of me, that selfishness. And then the King of Swords is the ultimate, a bit controlling, but also it's all about him. Wow. Do you know, sometimes I surprise myself with this shit. Wow, that's literally what I was just saying. And then give him back the energy with the harmony. Give him back the energy that he's taken. So absolutely just say, well, it's my money. It's my money. My money. Wow. Oh, listen, I really want to do you a full reading, but I'm not. I know everybody's like money's tight for everybody, so I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, wow, that's really sorry. I've sometimes. Right, especially when you're reading blind. When I'm doing face-to-face readings and video live chat, Zoom readings and things like that, it's very rewarding, because obviously I've got the person, the querent, opposite me or on a screen next to me, and you've got that one-to-one contact. When I'm doing it literally blind over the YouTubes, I know I am good, right? I know, not to big up myself too much, but I know I can do this, and I know that there is that ability there. However, sometimes people just say, oh yeah, that was really good, thank you, thank you. Do you know what I mean? To have feedback like you've just done, where you're like, yes, and then to have that instant, oh my god, this is exactly what I've just said, and this is how to contextualize it, that is absolutely invaluable to me. So thank you so much for that, because it just reinforces for me that this isn't all in my head. And I know it's not, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So thank you for that contextualization of what I was saying. Yeah, again, as Patricia says, don't ignore gut feelings. Sorry, my other half has just opened the doorway in the corridor. What's it called? Yeah, corridor. Landing. There you go, the landing, right? And I can smell dinner. He's cooking somebody dinner tonight. Normally it's me that does that. And I've suddenly gone, oh, and my entire body's going, oh, I'm really hungry now. I'm really hungry. Anyway, yes, absolutely. Absolutely, my darling. You don't worry, losing your mum, reevaluate. It does. It really does. And again, sorry for your loss, but again, it really does. It really does alter things. Right then, we're going to do, I agree, Ellis. You're completely zonked. You and a friend made a full roast beef dinner. Rufus is doing pork. See, I have this every time I eat. Every time I eat, I now fall asleep because of the fibro. Every single time. If I eat dinner, yesterday I had a sandwich and I was down for 4 hours. I'm like a kid. I'm like a baby. Oh, this is just eating and now I'm going to put her down for 4 hours sleep. Oh, a little nap. That's exactly what happens. Right then, enough talk about that. Let's do one last quick reading. Bear in mind, it is 8:53 here in the UK. That is 7 minutes to 4 o'clock in New York, nearly 1 o'clock in San Francisco, nearly 10 p.m. in Cape Town, and nearly 1:30 in New Delhi in the morning. So, my God, if you want a quick reading, please go ahead, pop your question into that there live chat, starting with the word question. I will do one as fast as I can within the amount that we have left. We've got about 5 or 6 minutes left. I will try and be reasonably succinct. So if you would like a reading, go ahead and pop your question into live chat, starting with the word question. This will be today's final reading, and it will be a speed round. So do go ahead and do that, and I will see you on the other side of this. Okay, let me have a wee look. So then, oh gosh, stop doing that. Ellis, has Ellis asked a question? Ellis has asked a question. Oh, let's have a look. Do I message the girl? Why is my screen doing that? Stop it. Hang on. I'll read it there because it's, hang on. My screens are doing weird things. Right, I'll read it off the screen itself. Do I message the girl I met last weekend, or continue to leave it be? Ooh, let's go with this deck because I've got it in my hand. Right then, so let's, I'm going to go straight across to the card cam, bring that to there. There we go. Is that right? That would do. Right then, Wispy, let's have a wee look. So if you're not Ellis, unfortunately, we are out of time. I didn't see who else had posted questions. I'm so sorry. But we are now out of time. Do I have the one that this is the last reading? Yes. Come on. So then, do come back and see us on Tuesday at 7 p.m. So, Ellis, I'm gonna try and do you a reading without, so this will be a speed reading, but I'm going to try and get you as much info as I can. So, Wispy, does Ellis message the girl that they met last weekend, or continue to leave it be? Does Ellis message the girl they met last weekend, or continue to leave it be? Why would you leave it be? Why would you leave it be? Let's have let's have a look. So should we do, I'll tell you what, we're going to do a either or and tiebreaker. So, oh, there we go. I'm just looking on my screen. Right. Yeah, here we go. So this card, Wispy, you've still got time to change the cards. Wispy, this is Ellis makes contact. Okay. Messages the girl. This is leave it be. And then this is a decider. So this is what, if there's any, if there's a bit of disclarity or if it's not very clear, the decider might come into play. So then what happens if you message the girl? 9 of Wands, confidence, but reversed. So we'll look at that in a second. Interesting. What happens if you continue to leave it be? Oh, the Knight of Wands. Okay. That's interesting. And then the decider, please don't be Wands. Ooh, 3 of Pentacles. Right. So let's have a look. If you message the girl, you've got the 9 of Wands. Okay. So Wands is again all about security and confidence. The 9 is as high as it can go without overflowing and without being too much. But this 9 of Wands, because it's reversed, it's saying that I think you are incredibly nervous about doing it. I think it's for you putting yourself out into the danger zone, halfway through the danger zone. Lisa, we don't have time to sing. I think it's putting your neck on the line, putting you out there, making you feel vulnerable. However, the 9 is really interesting. So that vulnerability, I think taking that chance, yes, it means vulnerability, but I think you'll learn from whatever happens from messaging, you'll learn. So yes, you'll feel vulnerable, but it could be like you're going to learn shit. Either way, you're going to learn shit, right? The Knight of Wands, if you leave it be, I think you are, it's really weird because the Knight is that impetuousness, doing things really quickly. I think if you leave it be, you are going to be kind of galloping off and just regretting it, because the thing about the Knights, they have like lovers in all cities as they're going through the what's it called, as they're going on the crusades, God bloody words, as they go through the crusades, they've got romantic partners they leave in each city. So they've got that sort of flighty, fly by night, nothing quite permanent sticking. And I'm not saying that this would be a permanent, but there is going to be that moment of, oh, this is another one that I haven't followed up on, another one that I've met and then just moved on from it. Does that make sense? That's how things are going to feel. And then the 3 of Pentacles, when I said here about learning, the 3 of Pentacles is all about learning, because it's about that apprenticeship. It's about taking things and learning skills and moving forward. So this as a decider card, it's basically, it's, so what I would read this as, Ellis, as, look, either way, all we're talking about at the moment is whether you make contact. There's no what happens afterwards or blah, blah, blah. If you make contact, you're being vulnerable, but you're putting yourself out there. If you don't make contact, you're going to feel like, oh, here's another one I've missed out on. Here's another person that could be a friend or could be a partner, could be a, you know, forever partner even. And I've just moved on, let them go, not followed up like I normally do. Either way, the decider is, which lesson would you rather learn? Right? Would you rather learn the lesson of, here's another one that I haven't contacted just like I normally do, and I've let my confidence or lack of confidence stop me? Or would you rather learn the lesson of, I've put my neck on the line, I'm feeling vulnerable, but do you know what? I've reached out. I don't normally, but I'm reaching out to this person that I have an interest in. And actually, even if they say no, I've had the strength, the confidence to feel vulnerable. Which lesson would you rather learn? And that is down to you, right? Would you rather learn, you put your neck on the block, you've risked it for a biscuit, and you followed up on something that you obviously have a connection with somebody and you followed up with that connection? Or would you rather have had that connection but then let it go like you have done in the past, and like you would do normally, and just, you know, oh dear, that one, nothing came of it because she didn't instantly ring me and find me on Facebook and all of those things, and so therefore I'll just let this one gallop past as well? What lesson would you rather learn? So there you go. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. I know what I would do in that situation, but I am not you, and I'm not in that situation. But anyway, thank you so much for your question, Ellis. Yes, the keeper of the question. The keeper of the question. Hang on, what's this? Lavina, we have a randomized system now. So the keeper of the questions is a mod who randomly picks questions at random. So whether that's the spinny, whether that's anything else, they randomly pick people. They send me a name on screen. I don't even know, as who was it? It was Lioness. When Lioness's name came up, I didn't even know Lioness was on the channel. So I didn't know they were on the stream at that moment. So when they said Lioness, I was like, oh, who's Lioness? I don't know that person's come in. And then I go to the comment section and I can see the messages. It's totally random. There's other people that have been here this evening as well. Who else was here this evening? Scorpio Angel. She's been on screen for a lot of the evening. And there was somebody else that was on earlier as well. It's done completely at random. So it takes me out of the equation because I obviously know some people personally. I know some people from various points or from chatting on here over the years. And so it takes that like, could I be influencing it? Takes that out of the equation and means it's totally random because somebody else picks that at random at their end. Okay, so that's how that works, my darling. So it is totally random. I know for a few weeks running, you got questions every single week. Again, at random. I remember when we did the talisman toss, there was a week that you got it straight away, and the same person, I think they got a second talisman toss and they weren't chosen, and then a third talisman toss and they weren't chosen. It's just how randomization happens, and it just happens on today's stream. You didn't get your question. However, if you're here next week, again, with the free readings, you might get yours next week. As it says all the way through, the only way to guarantee that your question can be read is to send a super chat. It can be any amount to guarantee your 3-card reading is next. It can be any amount, but that is the only way to do it, my darling. Otherwise, it's randomized. And you know full well, you've been here on a stream where you were the first person picked. And you also know that you've been here on a stream where you were, you know, eventually picked as we went down the line. But that is how randomization works, my darling. And it is just in the fate of random, just in the fates. Ellis, I'm going to pull you a Doggo Wisdom card. And thank you, Patricia. I'm going to pull you a Doggo Wisdom card because I said that I would. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Consider yourself told, Ellis. Yep, consider yourself told, my darling. You need to. I hope you go for it, Ellis, and wish you all the best of luck. Yep, you need to be told. Yep, well, now you've been told. Now you've been told. Ellis, now you've been told. So there you go. There you go, my darling. Right, Ellis, the very last Doggo Wisdom card for today. I've enjoyed these cards. These cards make me smile. I don't know why I did a cut. And your cut is self-worth. Love what you see. 9 of Wands. Self-worth. 9 of Wands. The bloody dog is telling you, I mean, it's a beautiful Alsatian. The Alsatian is telling you, contact her. Right? Not even the decider card. This overrides, in this instance, and for this instance only, overrides the 3 cards. This is telling you self-worth. Look, it's reinforcing the 9 of Wands, because the 9 of Wands is all about self-worth. All about, I've said it. The 9 is when it's full. That is full of self-worth. Yes, it's bloody scary, but do it. Look, even the doggo is telling you, love what you see. You need to love yourself enough to put yourself out there and put your neck on that block. And with that, Auntie Lisa, Granny Lisa has spoken, okay? Granny Lisa has spoken. And that is it today, everybody. That is the end of today's stream. Thank you so much for joining. I've had a really bloody good stream, you know. Sorry, mods, we've gone 7 minutes over. That's my fault. I take full responsibility, and I will pay you all overtime. You get 1.5 times for 7 minutes, 1.5 times your hourly rate for those 7 minutes. So yes, hope that helps. Oh, I love you, mods. Thank you ever so much for everybody for joining me tonight. If you didn't get your reading read, I know Scorpio, you didn't get yours. Lavina, I know you didn't get yours. Somebody else asked multiple times as well, I saw, and I didn't see who that was in the chat, but somebody else commented as well. I've just seen, Mina Hill. Hello, I didn't even know you were in. Hello, my darling. Good evening to you. But yes, so if you didn't get your question today, do join us next week at 7 p.m. UK time, and do consider those super chats, because it can be any amount. It doesn't have to be like mega bucks. It can literally be pence, and that will guarantee you a space, or that will get you to the front of the queue, unless there's lots of other super chats in which case I go through those in turn. But anyway, thank you ever so much, everybody, and I will see you very, very soon. Tuesday is the next session for us, and as we always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.